Welcome to the podcast, everyone. It's so good to be with you and Wendy. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
been a
happy to
while.
see you too. It's been a while since
I
we've gotten
know.
together. I can't believe how fast this summer is going. So much going on.
I am kind of dreading the heat. I'm just not great with heat. I tend to stay indoors. I'm a little inland, about, 40 minutes, 40 minutes from the ocean. But yeah, so I just have to go towards the water if I'm going to be outside.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like over 100 degrees.
No, no,
I'm
neither
not
do
about
I.
it. Mm-mm.
It's been hot and really humid at my house in Connecticut. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't hit us here in LA yet. It's been, it was really pretty in June, and then July just got, we have like June gloom in July. It's
Oh,
yeah, it's really, the sun breaks sometimes around noon. And then there's a nice little breeze. So I'm like, don't
yeah.
leave us.
Yeah, perfect.
Don't leave
Maybe
us.
maybe that will be helpful in uh keeping some of the fires down if it's more moist in July.
It is right now.
Fingers
Mhm.
crossed. Fingers
Yes, it
crossed.
is. Wow. So what do you have going on lately?
Oh my gosh. Well, I did take a little vacation, which was really, really nice. I've been teaching a lot, and this week we have walk-in circle coming up on Friday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. If there's anybody that is a walk-in,
Yeah.
interested in walk-ins, wonders if they're a walk-in, you're free to join us. It is free. Just go on to the Metatron's Mystical Muse website, hit events, and join, and you'll have all of the links that you need. So,
Hmm.
um, yes, I'm starting a new program tomorrow that's going to go for 6 months. I do have one spot left, and I'm being poked to talk about it. It's called Temple of the Veiled Flame, and it's a group of women, and we are stepping into the greater aspects of ourself. It's a 6-month program. We meet every other week. So if it's something that calls to someone, please reach out to me. I'll answer any questions you have. And, it's going to be extraordinary. Led by Mother Maya, not by Metatron. So, led
Okay.
by Mother Maya. So, yay. This is her first full course, right?
Wow. Okay. It's her debut.
It's her debut, right? Well, she's been hanging out for a year and I've
Of
been doing events with her, but this is the first uh, course that
course. Yes.
she's teaching. So,
That's
Temple of the Veiled
incredible.
Flame. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be
I love
awesome.
that. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for what
Yeah.
you do, Wendy.
You're
Well,
welcome.
I have a special announcement that I wanted to share. It's actually a very exciting update on our channeled segments with you and Metatron. So
Mhm.
I've actually heard from many of the listeners that apparently they're going back to re-listen to the episodes because
Oh,
we just forget what questions were asked, right?
yeah.
So it makes it easier. I've gone ahead and I've launched a dedicated podcast just for these transmissions. It's called Channeled Conversations with Metatron, and it's
Okay.
now available on Spotify and Apple Podcast. You can still listen to the segments right here, as well as my YouTube channel and your YouTube channel,
Right.
Metatron's Mystical Muse. So if you want to actually see Wendy, channel Metatron and going to YouTube might be a good visit for you. But I'm really excited because I think a lot of people they're binging. They want to kind of go back to back to back, and the
Right.
podcast makes it really easy. So
That's really cool. I'm excited. I'm excited about that. I'll have to I I downloaded Spotify, but haven't figured out how to do anything with it yet. I'll be calling you up.
Yes, yes. No worries, no worries. We listen whenever. I know you didn't even know I was going to do it, but I was called to do it.
Really
And then
cool.
I sent it to Wendy. I'm like, look what I did. So there it
Yeah.
is. All right. So we've got lots of questions for Metatron today.
Well, he's been on vacation, so I think he's ready to go. He's been ready to go.
I love that.
Yeah, lots of people ask me, do I still talk to Metatron when I'm on vacation? I talk, but I am in the space of just wanting to have some space to spend time, to be a tourist and all of those things. So
Of
he's back.
course.
He's back. He's in rare form today. He's been poking me all morning, and so I can hardly wait to see what he has to say today. So, well, I'll go ahead and
Wonderful.
bring him in.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Okay. Terrific. Enjoy.
Thank you. Once again, we will pause here as she brings Metatron to join us.
All right. Good day to you.
Good day, Metatron.
Hmm. Good to see you, beloved one.
Thank you. It's good to hear from you.
Ah, well, we're always around. Anyone can tune in at any time, right?
I know, and I do. I do with
Yes,
you. Mm-hmm.
yes. Good. And are you doing anything special for yourself this summer?
This summer. Uh, oh, you're putting me on the spot now. No.
Right.
Uh, no. No, not. Oh, wait. How could I forget? I'm doing ayahuasca very soon. Actually, I'm down to like 20, no, now 19 days. 19 days.
Right.
It's in August, and
Mhm.
I kind of want to share a little bit about how this came about, because for many years I was not at all interested. I have so many clients that have shared their experiences with me, and they always ask, "Have you done it? Do you want to?" And I said, "No, I'm just not called to it. I'm not called to it." I know I've shared here on the podcast that I do like taking mushrooms, and that has sufficed for me
Good.
as far as connecting and just, it's been amazing. I've had wonderful experiences with that. But last October, I had a client here in my office that was sharing their experience, and he asked the same question: would you like to do it? And out of my mouth came yes. And I had to pause, like my eyes. I was like, wait,
Wow.
who just said that? Because that was not Myra. It came out, and what the interesting thing was that there was no fear at all with that yes. It was complete love and compassion with the yes. And I was like, wow, I think she's calling me now.
Yes.
And so
Mother
there it
Ayahuasca.
is.
Mhm. Yeah.
So tell me, Metatron, what should I expect?
Well, the the best thing would be to go without expectation,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
The people that are leading the journey will take you step by step by step. And for some people, ayahuasca creates a bit of an upset stomach as they begin, but that goes away pretty quickly. And the best advice we can give you is to just surrender to the process. If your fear comes up, just try to surrender it and just allow the medicine to guide you, right? Because it
Mm-hmm.
is plant medicine, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. You can ask your guides to be there. If there's anything that you would like to choose that's no longer serving you, to be released, those types of things, they'll probably talk to you about those things. But going without attachment to an outcome is important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you. I'm feeling that. I am definitely feeling that. So
Mhm.
yeah, as the days draw closer, I still have just a very peaceful and calm. I
Right.
know I've, shared with a few people, and they do talk about, the purging and things like
Mhm.
that. And it doesn't happen to everyone. So, if it happens, it happens.
Right.
I met someone here last week that has done it 28 times. It was really wild, and she's only gotten sick twice. So I think for everyone, it's a different experience. So,
And sometimes the preparation helps to, you're modifying your diet several days before you do the journey and that type of
that's
thing,
right.
right? Is that correct? They have given
Yes.
you instructions? Yeah. So a lot of times, if people do not follow that modification, they have more of a struggle. But, you know,
Yes.
it will be exactly as it needs to be. And it is
Mhm.
that for every single individual that decides to take that medicine, it will be exactly what they need in the moment. So
Mhm. Yes.
enjoy,
Thank you.
enjoy.
Thank you. I am super ready.
Yes, indeed.
I am ready. All right. Okay, so let's get to the questions. There's someone here that wrote in. Hi, Myra. Thank you both so much for the podcast. I've been listening for a while now, and it's helped me a lot in my awakening journey, especially during my dark night of the soul. I truly appreciate the wisdom that comes through. I'd like to ask Metatron this question. Why is it that Africa, especially countries like Nigeria, is rarely mentioned in the channelings? And, well, this is kind of a two-part. And why do spiritual practices like channeling or mediumship seem uncommon or less visible here?
Right. All right. So we'll address the first question, right? Because in Africa, that is the birthplace of all humanity, right? The
Mm,
first people uh, resided in Africa, but they have created their own sacred ceremonies. They have created their own sacred medicine and way of doing things that has not gone mainstream like
mm,
so many of the things that you're experiencing here in your country, right? There are shamans, there are channels, there are healers that are the only thing that only way we can explain it is they are rooted in the earth. right? They are gritty, they are strong, they are sovereign, right? And if you look at just about everything else in your world, nothing really focuses on that area too much, right? But they are so connected in ways that you have not been able to connect here, right?
Right.
So, yeah. And then the second question, please reframe that for us.
Well, I maybe you've already answered it in the first one because yes, they're asking about why do spiritual practices like channeling and mediumship,
Mhm,
what you
mhm,
do with
mhm.
Wendy,
Right,
why is it not common
right.
in Africa?
Oh, it is common in Africa. They
I
are
think
doing
so too.
spirit work, right? They are
Yes.
doing spirit work. It is actually less common here because of judgment on this type of work, right? Here you have what are your religious organizations, and even to a certain degree your government structures does not support the spiritual awakening, right? Does not support the healers and the channels, but you persist, yeah.
Yes.
You persist.
Yes, yes, thank you.
So that's all right.
Okay.
All in
There's
divine order, right?
That's
Yeah.
true. All right, there is a third question that they had is why is poverty still so widespread across many African countries?
Well, it is their structure, their governments. And pardon us for speaking this out loud. There's a lot of corruption. Not that there's not corruption in your world,
Mhm.
but there's a lot of corruption, and so the supplies, the medication, the monies do not trickle down to the people. And they're also very rooted in their tribal structures, right? So, money is what changes those things, right? Poverty is changed by money. And so the understanding that they're tribal and they don't need money, right? They don't look for money, they just live their lives like they've always lived their lives.
Mhm.
They don't often think of themselves as being in poverty. It is those outside that look and see the poverty because you say to yourself, I could not live within that, right? And
Mhm.
so that is the reason why there have been many attempts to help to elevate things, and there are organizations doing beautiful work to help to educate girls. There's a great organizations educating the girls. There's just a lot of things going on, but it's such a large country and there's so much resistance, right, to
Yes.
change that they have not yet broken out of the pattern, right?
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
We would
Okay.
also say to you that in your own country you have pockets of absolute destitution.
Mhm.
Look to
Yes.
Appalachia,
Yes, yes.
right? And so you do not have to wonder you know, about other places. Go to your own home, right? And look at what's happening right here in your own country and what makes it so. And you'll have a better idea of what makes it so in Africa. Yeah. Right.
Yes. Thank you, Metatron.
Indeed.
Someone here is asking, let me just, they're asking about the state of our country at this time, the chaos that is happening, and the hopelessness that we are feeling. Do you have any advice for us about where we are right now as a country?
Yeah. Well, things are happening intentionally to make you feel powerless, to make you feel like you have no voice, no way of making a difference. And we would say to you, do not bend. Do not bend to the manipulation that would have you believe that you are impotent in any way. As long as you know who and what you are, who you stand for, what you stand for, right? The more individuals that say, wait a minute, I know what's right, I know what's light, and stand in that, then the things that are happening externally will diminish a bit because you'll feel empowered. And it's not about fighting, it is not about war, it is about the individual evolutionary process. As it heals in you, as you stand in your sovereignty, then others do as well, right? So the state of your country is tenuous at the moment. And the people have not yet remembered that they are sovereign and that they have a voice. There are many things that must change, many structures that are falling apart. And it looks like chaos and it feels like chaos, but in truth, it is that which must happen before change can take place. And so dedicate yourselves to the change. Dedicate yourselves to the possibilities, not the chaos, not what it looks like. Imagine what it could be. Yeah?
Thank
It
you.
will continue to be uncomfortable. It will continue to be uncomfortable. And then people are finally going to get it. That whatever happens to someone else is happening to you because you're all one. Right? That the pain that another experiences is your pain. Find your voice. Find your heart. Find your compassion. Right? Stand in your sovereignty. And remember, you are not voiceless. You are not impotent. Right? The external forces that are trying to make you feel like you are, out of control of anything, it's intentional because they fear the power of the people. They fear sovereignty. They
Yes.
fear compassion. They fear people that will plant their feet and say, this is not right. Plant your feet, beloved ones.
Mhm. Thank you.
Indeed.
All right. Here is a message from Tanya. I love and have learned so much from your time with Wendy and Metatron, and I'm so incredibly grateful for it. So many parts have deeply resonated and opened my heart. My question is about the use of magic mushrooms with the intent to connect to higher self and other dimensions. Is it a tool to use for sustainable growth and expansion, or is it better to avoid and use other tools like meditation? Thank you so much.
Indeed. It is a very valid tool, one of many, right? What we say to you is that you do not use ayahuasca or mushrooms or LSD to the exclusion of the other work. It all works together. So you take mushrooms, you have an experience, and then you take that experience and you incorporate it into your life, and you meditate on the experience, you expand it, you get more information. And so the mushrooms, the ayahuasca, all of those things are merely tools, as is meditation and reading and learning
Sure.
from masters, right? It's all tools that are focused on your evolution, your expansion.
Mhm.
So, and they're great tools because why? Because they can break through the barriers that some of the other things cannot. Meditation takes you as far as your filters will allow.
That's right.
But when you're utilizing mushrooms or ketamine or any of the other things that are available at this time, right, that takes away the the barrier. It's like erasing the veil, and you have the ability to move back and forth between what is the known and what is the unknown, right? So as you enjoy your ayahuasca journey, you step from the known into the unknown and you bring it back, right?
Mhm.
And you incorporate it, and it changes things. Same as the mushrooms and all of the other things, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you.
It's important for this beautiful soul to understand what it is they are trying to accomplish, because there is a feeling that by using these tools, she's trying to bypass something, right? She's still human. The human journey is part of the evolutionary process, the expansion process. So please incorporate it all, nothing to the exclusion of another thing, right?
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not to be used also as an escape or anything like that.
It's not it's
It's
not a shortcut,
no.
right? Because you know, still it's an inside job.
That's right.
It's an
Yes.
inside job, right?
Mhm.
And many who use the psychedelics and things like that, they have these extraordinary experiences. But until the insides of you can align with that, since
Mhm.
you've got to do the healing work, you've got to do the self-forgiveness, you've got to do your work, so that all of that you're experiencing with your mushrooms or whatever comes into alignment, right?
Mhm.
And that way you can start living differently, healed,
Yes.
whole, right?
Mhm. Yes, yes, thank you.
Yes.
All right. So this next person, I actually answered this for this listener because I personally have had so many experiences. But I thought I'd love for you to answer it as well. He's asking if there is weather on other planets like rain, tornadoes, or earthquakes. They have not heard someone talk about weather on the past life podcast, but I kind of do. My clients, when they drop into other planets, some of them have to go underground because of the
Yes.
environment. And so, can you
Right.
speak about that?
Yes. Yes, there is what you understand as weather on other planets. It's not the same as you have here, but they are more prone to like solar storms and and conditions that are created by mm, uh, more outside influence is the best way to say it, right? The sun creates the solar storms, right? On Mars, they have solar winds, right? So depending on what the other planets are near, they are at the effect of other things. As you are, the moon increases your tides, right? So yes, there is. Is there rain? On some planets there is rain, moisture, right?
Hmm.
But mostly, and earthquakes, right? And volcanic activity, right? But it is mostly if the more you travel, it's mostly the winds and the the solar experiences. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
one moment. All right, is that helpful?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Good. Yeah.
All right. How can we use crystal grids at home?
More. Well, you have an intention, and then you ask for assistance in creating the the perfect grid to support that intention, right? What you cannot see in this moment is that we have had our woman create a grid, and it is a Metatron's cube overlaid with flower of life. There are 3 different types of quartz crystals wrapped in copper that are sitting upon the grid, right? This is a generator. It's generating energy to raise the vibrational frequency of not only our channel, but within the space. And then all of her beautiful skulls and crystals pick up that vibrational frequency, and then it begins to move outward, right? So those that are close to her are getting a nice dose of higher vibrational frequency, right? But it
Yes.
begins to move outward, right?
Hmm.
And depending on what's needed, uh, uh, Melester and Mother Maya create different grids for different purposes, always for healing, right? For healing the planet, for healing, beyond the planet, and there's just many things. So it can be simple, it can be complex. Use your intuition, ask for guidance. If you have an idea, right? But you can raise the vibrational frequency of everything that you eat everything that you drink by placing like a small grid inside your refrigerator, right? You can set a canister of water upon something and charge it. You can use grids in so many different ways, right? You can wear them on your body for your
Yes.
health and well-being. So yeah, it's a big deal.
It is.
It's a
I
big
love
deal.
that.
Yeah.
I like that idea
Yes.
to combine the copper with the
Yeah.
crystals, and I love
If we were to give you a tour of the room,
that.
this room, you can see some of the things over here probably, but this room is absolutely full of varying crystals, uh, many of them in the form of crystal skulls and aliens and guardians. And this is like the command center. It's where we work from, right?
That's right.
Right? It
Yes.
supports our channel, it supports our purposes.
Mhm.
So play with it. Set your intention. What is it that you would like to
Mhm.
affect or experience? Create a place in your space where you can create a grid and leave it up for a while.
Mhm.
Or
Yes.
you can take tiny pieces of wood, metal, or glass and create your own grids by gluing tiny crystals on it, right? There are many, many people that have probably on what is the YouTube, right? On how to make a crystal grid.
That's right.
Go play with it. Go play with it. But it always starts with intention, right?
Mm.
Always starts with
Yes.
intention. So they can be very small or they can be as great as you can imagine,
Mhm.
right? And please always hold them as sacred. It's 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 hard when you cannot see something happening to understand that what you're creating has an impact, right? But it does. So make sure that you are in alignment with that which is light when you are working with all of your grids. All right.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Hmm.
All right. Here is a question from a listener. Metatron. I was forced to take multiple COVID vaccines to keep my job. It was one of my biggest regrets now. I'm angry about it, and now I feel poisoned. How can I bring in understanding despite the regret I feel? And are there long-term issues due to the vaccine?
Okay. Beautiful question. So, so many people were forced in order to keep their jobs, right? And we will say that there is a way to neutralize what was, it's almost like an invasion in the body to a certain degree. There's a way to neutralize it. The first step would be to stop beating yourself up, right?
Mm.
Yes, you regret taking it. It's okay, right? You can do your own work with your crystals, with your own energy to neutralize anything that you feel is in the body because of the vaccines, right? We've had our channel do the same thing. Ultimately, it is not something that is going to slow down your spiritual evolution.
Okay.
And you must understand that you are God. God I am. There is nothing that can change that. no vaccinations, no impurities, right? So understanding that, and you can neutralize it from that aspect of you, right? Intention, running that beautiful gold and white source light through the body, asking that it neutralize and remove anything that remains from the vaccine, right? And then, love yourself, right? You've got to love yourself in spite of, feeling like you had no choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and do your best to try to stay away from vaccines, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Someone will shake their finger at Metatron, but we would say that, one vaccine, millions of different kinds of bodies and systems, right? So it's not a one for everything, right? Or a vaccine for everyone. And some people just do not do well with vaccines. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That really spoke to me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sure many people will,
Mm-hmm.
receive understanding about that. Hello, Kitty.
Hmm. And we want to be really clear. This is about the COVID vaccine. There are other things that have proven themselves to be beneficial, like the vaccine, which is for measles, right? We're having big measles outbreaks right now, and that is
Yeah.
because people just stop taking the vaccine. So everybody has to make their own decision. We're just talking about what is the COVID vaccine. All right.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Okay. All right. Here is an email I received from Missy. I am a Catholic. I love my God. I stopped attending church probably 30 years ago due to not agreeing with the rules they put on us and how to connect with God. I started studying Reiki and practicing meditation. What confuses me is that a priest states that it is dangerous and witchcraft. Stay away. It's a type of cult. But Jesus was a healer and worked with energy. I've stopped practicing Reiki to give myself a chance to think more about what I'm doing. Any attempt to connect with spirit is witchcraft and dangerous, so the church says. If Reiki or anything of that nature makes you happy, it's not God or anything good. What does Metatron say to this? I'm confused and a little scared. I was so happy for a while. Everything I learned made sense, but now I'm not sure.
Right. Well, and you know, what we might recommend is that this individual's communications go directly to Yeshua, right? Instead of worrying about the church. Remember, the church is a political structure, and churches are big businesses. Why would they perhaps not want people to help others to heal with Reiki, or to receive messages directly from source instead of going through, the priests or the pastors, right? And it's because they lose their Power.
Yeah.
They lose their power when the individual goes, oh yeah, I'm God. I'm God. Right? There's nothing outside of God. There's nothing outside of God. Reiki was given to humanity from source, right? Channeling, all of it, all of those beautiful things that you've learned and embraced are from God, right? So please bypass the man being the system, right? Whether it be the Catholic Church or another church, bypass the man and go directly to God. Go directly to Yeshua or whomever you feel called to. And let your conversations be from there. Let the enlightenment come from there, because you are choosing enlightenment or containment.
Yes.
And that's a kind word.
Yes. I was thinking control.
Yeah, right? So you either soar with spirit or allow yourself to be controlled. And let us be clear. Metatron loves Source. Metatron loves Yeshua. Our woman loves Yeshua, Metatron, Source, God, all of it, right? A deep, abiding love. We are not anti-Christian. We are not anti-Catholic. We are just pro-God.
Yes, yes.
In its purest form, right? Without someone else's opinions or beliefs coloring our relationship and the love that we share with God. Right? So blessings to this beloved one.
Yes.
We hope that she finds her way. We would say one last thing to her. That no matter what she chooses, God will love her nonetheless. Spirit will always be there for her. She is not alone, no matter what she chooses. Right? So we hope that she finds her way to her highest good. Right?
Thank you.
Indeed.
All right. Here's another listener that is having some difficulty focusing. She has apparently many projects and balls. And what she's asking is there's so much that I can focus on at the moment. I can't do them all. How do I choose what to do first?
That's a great question. So many of you have lots of balls in the air or a great deal upon your plate, right?
Yes, we do.
And so there is some, prioritizing that you can do. And one way to help you prioritize is to talk to your guidance, right? What's important today? Show me what's important today. And we always talk about doing what's right in front of you, right? You can't do all of the balls in front of you at the same time. So what's important today? What's important in this moment? There are some of those balls in the air that are never going to come to fruition. And
Mm.
you can't worry about that because they're important today, but ultimately something else becomes more important. So by asking daily, please show me what's important to focus on, right?
Mhm.
Then guidance will help you to kind of, bring in the 2 or 3 that are the juiciest in the moment to focus on, right?
Yes.
Doesn't mean that you can't do all of these other things or that you don't have the the brains and the training to do those other things. It just means that your energy and your focus is needed on just a few of those things to begin with. And then as things begin to grow and complete, then the other things will move in as spirit brings them forward. Right?
Mhm.
It's not always your job to be the decider. You're in a co-creation, right? You're in a co-creation with spirit, with your guides, with source, with God. That's a great thing to remember who you work for, right? Remember who you work for. And your boss will give you your directive, your directions, right?
Mhm. I love that.
Indeed, it's like a job.
It is.
And God said, please do this today, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Indeed.
All
Indeed.
right. Here we have a lot of people that have written in. Here's another question about split souls. We live many lives in the same timeline, Earth and elsewhere. Does this mean past, present, and future lives?
All right. So there's no past, present, and future. There's only now.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is happening in the now. And so your soul inhabiting your body is also inhabiting other physical forms in this moment,
Mm-hmm.
in this dimension, in other dimensions, other systems, right?
Yes.
So that's about as simple as we
Yeah.
can get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the big understanding is that it's, if we've talked before how you're not always aware of all of these different, we're going to call them incarnations because you're incarnating in
That's right.
different form, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what's important is this breath, this breath, this breath, right? This heartbeat, this heartbeat, this heartbeat, right?
Mm-hmm. I love that.
And it's really interesting. We just had a thought. This person believes that they are the origin point and everything, kind of expands from them, but they're not
Oh,
the origin point.
right.
They are just one of
Yes.
the human experiences that the soul is having. The soul is the origin point, not the human.
Right, right.
Okay?
Love that.
Indeed.
They also want to know, how does one remove past life karma?
How to remove past life karma?
Yes.
Well, you've got to do the work.
Mhm.
You've got to get in and find out what the trauma was from whatever past life, right? That you've
Mhm.
brought with you into this incarnation,
Mhm.
because that trauma is mirroring other traumas that you've experienced in the here and now. And you dig in, you do the inner child work, you do the healing work,
Mhm.
right? You do the forgiveness work. You got to get in there and muck about a bit so that you can begin to heal and release trauma. And that happens when you work on it, right? There are also people that can help you, like you, Mayra. You help others go into past lives, and you can witness the traumas, and you can witness the things that have occurred, but you can't go back and heal it there. You've got to heal it here, right?
Mhm.
When you heal it here, it's then healed
That's right.
right? Is this making any sense?
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Mhm.
you can't go back and relive something that's already occurred.
Mhm.
Your tool resides in the here and the now. Okay?
Mhm. Beautiful. Thank you.
Indeed. Indeed.
All right. Here is a question about Earth. What was the original blueprint for Earth before duality?
There was no original blueprint for Earth before duality, because Earth would not be here if
Mm,
duality did not exist,
beautiful.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. You have to understand that when Source decided to experience duality, then the cosmos was created, right?
Ah, yes, yes.
Every, it is all perceived as outside of God, which creates duality. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if God, if Source hadn't have decided, hey, I want to have this experience, then there would be no duality, right? There would
Mhm.
be no earth, moon, stars, skies. It would just all be Source, which is no thing. Non-duality is no thing.
Mhm.
It
Wow.
would
Okay.
nothing would
Nothing.
exist. Nothing
Right.
would exist,
Mhm.
right? It's like the
Mhm.
void, a vacuum.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Um, can you speak about ley lines on Earth,
Mhm.
why they're there, and what's their purpose?
Okay. Well, we'll tell you a little secret. There are ley lines that the ley lines move not only across your planet, but they go on out into the ethers as well. And so there's ley lines upon this planet that also are, ley lines upon the moon, or they move. They are energy lines. They are part of a grid, let us say, part of a web. And it is those energy lines that helps to create cohesive form. Okay?
Mhm.
You take those ley lines away, right? Or the ley lines become uh, let's say that they become fractured or injured, or they're not solid, right?
Mhm.
And that
Yes.
happens, right? It happens through many different things. We won't get into that too much, but say that here upon your earth there's a volcanic explosion and the ley line is shifted a bit, right? There are those upon your planet who are diligently working on the ley lines to keep their structure sound and solid and in place, right?
Mhm.
And the key to understand is that it's not just your planet, right? it's a web, it's a grid that's much larger than you can conceive or comprehend, right? Those ley lines go out as far as source has created. Okay?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not just, for Earth. They're for everything.
Mhm.
For
I love
everything.
that.
Yeah. And so, and many people find that there's specific places where ley lines cross that become power points. That's because the energy of two ley lines crossing or coming together is exponential in power. So,
Mhm.
yeah. So some of your power points on the planet or places where multiple ley lines converge. Yeah. So, yeah. Is this
Are
help?
Yeah, are those places where like the vortexes are very potent?
Yes, 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 indeed. Yeah.
Mm,
Places like, like Machu Picchu, uh,
mhm.
Tulum, the Mayans
Yes.
created. Even in Hawaii, there are places where the ley lines meet that are power points. Sedona, Mount Shasta, locally, right, in the United States, but yeah, you will find those power places, and some of them are quiet. There are
Okay.
there are people that are not talking about a lot of the power points on the earth.
Hmm.
They're just working with them. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
And Africa has ley lines and PowerPoints and portals just like the rest of us, right?
Ah, good. Thanks for bringing that up.
Not left out at
Not
all.
left out. I love that.
Indeed.
All right. So, Metatron, there's a phenomenon that's been discovered about nonverbal autistic children,
Mhm,
and how they're able to communicate telepathically
mhm,
with or they're reading the minds of their moms. There's a beautiful podcast about it. Can you
mhm.
speak a little bit about how this is happening? And I love that they're discovering that now. But can
Yeah.
you speak on that?
Oh, we would love to speak on that because humans are so addicted to communicating through the voice
Hmm.
that they're kind of immune to communication in other ways. Many, many, many humans are not aware of energy frequencies, right? And most every human is not aware of that communication that takes place mind to mind, right? But if you will begin to focus on that communication, right? The telepathy is a real thing. It's a vibrational frequency, right? It can be felt, and that frequency carries information to another and receives information from another.
Hmm.
And so those that are nonverbal in your world, like those that, have different, different syndromes, let's call them, they're all communicating telepathically,
Hmm.
right? And we will say it to you that telepathic communication was your first form of communication, right? In the womb, you communicate with your mother telepathically, right? There is also telepathic communication between those of you who are here upon earth and those that are in the stars.
Hmm. Wow.
How do you think Source communicates with you?
Hmm.
It's not a big booming voice very often.
No.
Some people hear a big booming voice, but most people get the communication internally. Right?
Mhm.
Hello. We have another friend.
Yes.
Oh, can you see him?
Yes, I
Oh my
see him.
goodness. This one's name is Henry.
Hello, Henry. So sweet.
He likes to give kisses.
So
All
sweet.
right, good boy. All right.
Oh, we
Lay
hear
down
him
the
purring
phone.
now.
Yes, indeed. All right. What else, beloved one?
Well, I think we are complete for today, but we would love to maybe hear from Gaia, what message Gaia might have for humanity.
Well, she says she would benefit greatly if more people had communion with her, right? If more individuals would commune with Gaia and nature instead of communing with AI or other organizations. There's just really not enough attention given to Gaia. And she has been rumbling and grumbling. You've all felt it. There's many things happening, many events happening, earthquakes, volcanoes, earth patterns happening all over the world that are the outcome of not having relationship with Gaia, not listening, right? And how does Gaia speak to you? Telepathically, right?
Yes.
And so when we say that, humanity has gotten away from understanding the earth, it's because they are not able to listen, right? There are so many balls in the air. There's so many things on your plate that you have no time or energy to listen, to listen to spirit, to listen to Gaia, right? We would encourage you all to take some time each day to listen. Listen to the wind, listen to the water, right? Listen to the heartbeat of your loved ones. Begin to understand that you are all one voice. You are all one heartbeat. Your heartbeat is the heartbeat of Gaia. Your breath is the breath of God. There is no separation. And yet, humans set themselves apart, not only from spirit and Gaia, but from each other. So we ask you to please come back to your heart, come back to your breath. Allow yourself to be part of that greater heartbeat, that greater breath, that which breathes you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You are so welcome. It will not be simple, right? Because humans at this time, a great number of you are not able to, to step out and feel nature, feel Gaia, feel spirit here. That is what is so important about channeling. right? It really aligns you with the voices that you haven't been able to hear up to this point in time. Gaia's voice, Spirit's voice. Yeah. So,
Thank you for the reminder.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. And our channel is not perfect within this, right? She took a week off and said, "Oh boy, I've really been out of sync with this." She went out on a boat and it was blissful. And she says, "Oh, yeah, I've been forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
I've been forgetting
Sure,
that
sure.
this is important, equally important to anything else that we're doing."
Mm-hmm.
Right? So just remember that Gaia does not depend on you. You
Right.
depend on Gaia. So
Mm-hmm.
there will come a time where you will either choose willingly to be in communion with her or to experience the consequences of not being in communion. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Metatron.
Indeed, we have a kitty taking a nap on us now.
Yes, I see.
All right. Are we complete, beloved one?
We are complete. Yes.
Thank you so much for mm, allowing us to come and be with you today.
Well, it's always my pleasure. Thank you.
Indeed. Until next time, beloved
Yes.
one.
Until next time, thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Excuse me? My other hand is
And there
otherwise
he
good.
goes.
Oh, where did you come from, big boy? Where did you come from? Huh? Did you need love, or did you come to see Metatron, your favorite guy?
Oh, welcome back.
Whew. Oh, all right. How did we do? Did we get all our questions?
Yes, we did. Yeah. Has there been surprises when you hear back some of his answers yeah?
The biggest surprises are like, oh, I'd have never thought of that. It's like
Yes.
there's just, he constantly surprises me with how he answers things.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly. And yeah. And it's not, what I think or what I believe is is quite often not what he brings through. And so it's a great learning experience for me as well. I get to look at my perceptions and my beliefs
Sure.
and listen to what he says and either say, well, I'm going to continue to believe what I believe, or, shift my perception a bit.
That's
It's always
interesting. Yeah.
it's always about discernment, right? It's
Right.
always about discernment. It's one of the most important things. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, as always, thank you. Thank you. It was
Thank
such
you.
a
Thank you.
pleasure. All right, everyone. Until next time, we'll
Thank
see
you.
you then.
All right. Bye.
Bye.